Conscendo Scout, or whatever this thing is called, apart. Like in the last video, you saw I took it apart. Well, this one's going to be painting and making pretty. I'm going to paint it with a very basic color scheme with all the paints I have. I built this out of parts that I had laying around and on hand. So that's the paint. I'm going to use everything that I got around here. I'm not going to buy anything new for it. So first thing we're going to have to do is take off the stickers. And I'm going to do that with an X-Acto knife and just peeling them off. That's the easiest way I've found to take stickers off. And then we're going to seal the area we took off. But we're going to take off the tail stickers from this one and the stickers on the wings for this one. It's really simple. You just take your X-Acto knife, try really easy, and I'm doing it for the camera, I'm not trying really hard. Take as little foam off as you can, get a corner started, and just remove. Now, I can't, that looked like it actually came off pretty good, but it's still, you'll see it takes off some foam, and it'll leave places. But we're going to cover that up with foam finisher here. So let's get all the stickers off and we'll do that. And I already started painting it a little bit, if you could see right here. That's the kind of paint job I'm going to put on. I'm going to show you how to do it. It's real easy. Makes you look like you're really good at art, and you don't have to be, you don't even have to use tape or do any straight lines or anything. And what I'm going to use is Testors flat enamel paint. I'm just going to, this was all parts that I had already, so I'm just going to use the paint I've already got to use some of it up. I've got red, tan, and sky blue. I've got a couple other colors in case I need something else. And the black is Sharpie marker. And instead of doing straight lines like I did it on the planes, this is just dots. So you don't even have to be an artist to do this. It's real simple. And I'm just going to carry it on into there. I started really to see what it was going to look like, and it looks all right. And I'm using flat paint because the flat paint, the Sharpie, seems to come nice and black, come out nice and black on it. So it's flat paint, and the last step, is probably going to be a video after this, is putting a coat of Minwax, like urethane, water-based over it. And then that's, I'll tell you why I'm using the Sharpie, because it's alcohol-based, and this paint is like turpentine-based. But I'm going to do this with a brush. Like I said, it's going to be real easy. One of the reasons I'm doing it with a brush, the best way to do this I've found is with an airbrush, because it puts on nice light coats. Paint does add weight, yeah, obviously not a lot, but I'm doing it with a brush for this because this is such a small plane, and I'm not doing the whole plane. I'm just going to do this part and probably back here and on the wings. And what I'm kind of doing is making it kind of flow backwards. So the next step is going to be the wings, which, if you saw my last video, it was fixing this part of the wing. So I'm going to paint the tips red, and red in the center here, and then the other colors. So if you see, I sealed off my wing. That's all ready to go. This is ready to fly if I put it back together, but now I'm going to paint it and show you how to do this easy paint job so you can make your plane look really good. Like I said, I'm just giving people ideas. You don't have to do exactly what I did. I'm using Sharpie marker. You could use a blue Sharpie and do this in like a light color. Your colors are your choice. But next step, I'm going to go do the wing. So there's still, I'm letting it dry. You can still probably see there's going to be touch-up places to do. Excuse me. The next step is the sand color, which is that one there. And I want to make it kind of like it's spreading out back this way from the plane, but I don't want to put too much effort into it. But then once we get the sand color, we might do a little blue highlights, and then we put the dots on with the Sharpie marker to accent it. All right, so we finished up the red and now the brown. It's okay if you leave gaps. You can see it's still kind of glossy. We're going to let it dry, and then we're going to put the blue, and then I'll show you how to put the Sharpie dots on there. It's like really simple. All right, so we got the blue going on here. And if you look, you can see that my lines aren't the greatest, but what I'm really doing, starting up here, we're going to fan it out like this one here. And it's just adding another color. Bringing it out. I'm not trying really hard to follow lines or anything like that because the black's going to be covering it up. Any of the things that don't look right, we'll cover it up with the black. So we get that. We're going to bring it out a little bit. Something like that. It's just simple painting with a brush. To cover. You can see my lines aren't great, but they're all this stuff will be fixed with the black Sharpie marker. And also some of the in here you can see where it's lighter. That'll be fixed also. So we're going to go through and do this side over here to kind of match this here. And again, it's just flowing back. You can do straight, you can do different colors, you can do a straight red, a yellow. It's real simple. I'm just giving you an idea of what I'm doing. Mine's going to kind of look psychedelic, I guess. Let me finish up the blue and then we'll get on with the dots. So now it's on to adding the Sharpie. And if you see, I started on here already over here. And it's just making dots and following along the contour. I'm trying to where it starts small here and widens out at the bottom. So I'm going to start with more thin lines up here of dots down to bigger. And there's spaces in here. You can put your dots and then look back and see how you get it. There's no right way, there's no wrong way. The one thing is you don't want to press too hard into the foam and make little divots. It's just dots to break it. Breaks up the lines and it makes it look like you did something really cool, which it is kind of cool, but it looks a lot more intricate than it really is. Like I said, anybody can do this. It's easy. There's no wrong way, right way. It's just trying to make it look nice with simple tools and simple colors. Now you don't have to do dots either. You can do little lines. You can do whatever you want. This is just easier than drawing straight lines and getting real fancy. This, anybody can do this. Really, that's all it is following the lines of the paint around. As you come down here, you can see I'm kind of doing one line, but you can spread it out. You can put a larger dot here and there, out away from the crowd. like they're getting away. It's all up to you how you want to do this. It's not really that tedious, it just takes a little while. You don't even have to do balls all the way down. You can kind of do lines and then come through and make it kind of look like round. Now I'm going to do this, and the whole wing. I'm leaving the center piece here, so when I attach the wing back on, we're going to do all that. Half the wing done there. And you can see the black breaks up the colors, and it makes it look a little bit better, even though it's kind of... And I can go over this again and put some more. And if you see what I did, I made little dots up here. And down here I made just bigger dots. Sometimes I'll put a big one, just, you know. But all it does is break up the monotony, I guess is what you'd say. Really simple to do. Now I got to do the other side. But that's the difference between that and that. I'm still going to go through and do a few things with flat white paint here and under the wing here, where this is, before I put it back together. I may do a few more dots here and there just to make it look a little better than I think, but that's one thing. You could sit here all day and put the dots on and never be satisfied, so you gotta kind of stop at one time. So let me show you what this looks like. I did the tail and the front and added some stuff to kind of make it a little bit more aerodynamic. But the next step is to do the top here. That's why I left this like here. I'm going to put like a more aerodynamic airflow for my VTX there instead of just saying that thing just right there. But that's pretty much the Conscendo Scout for right now. Like I said, you can do this however you want. You can do straight lines. I did the dots. I just wanted to make it look like it was spreading out across the back here to make it look a little more creative than just paint. But that's painting it. So the next thing I have to do is, I don't know if I'm going to put the wing on first and then put this polyacrylic on, or I think I might do part of it and then put the wing on. But anyways, I'm going to use this polyacrylic in the next video to coat this once or twice to seal everything in, and it'll make the paint come out too. But that's the next video. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe for more tips and RC stuff. Thanks.